Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial I will be showing you guys how to create this orangey peachy look. If you are interested on how I created this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so first we are going to be starting with a transition color. The transition color that I'm using is like a burnt orangey color. The one that I'm using is called Whimsy. It is from the Tarteist Pro palette by Tarte. Next, I am going in with the color Citron. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it is from the Kylie Cosmetics bronze palette, and I am putting that in the same place where I put my transition just to brighten up that color. This one is a little bit more of a brighter orangey than the one that I used as a transition. Next, I am going in with a brown darker shade just to intensify the look a little bit more. The brown that I'm using is called Makeup and Chill. It is by the Too Faced Power of Makeup by Nikkie Tutorials palette, and I just keep going back and forth, blending it, packing on the color just to get it to the color that I want. Next, I am going to cut my crease. I am only doing a half cut crease. The concealer that I'm using is the LA Girl Pro, and I am now just filling in and I am fixing the edges, making sure everything is nice, crispy and clean. Next, I am going to set that concealer with a pinky peachy tone, and the color that I'm using is actually a blush, but I really love that color, so I mean it doesn't really matter if it's a blush or not. So the color that I'm using is called I Will Always Love You, also by the Nikkie Tutorials palette by Too Faced. Okay, so after I packed on that peachy shade, I am now going to blend the edges out. What I'm doing here is I'm using that same brown that I used in the outer corner called Makeup and Chill, and I'm also mixing it with pink. It's also from the Nikkie Tutorials palette. It is also a blush color, and it is called Justify My Love. And I am just mixing those two shades and putting that on the outer corner of my eye. So next, I am just adding white eyeliner. The eyeliner that I'm using is by Jane. I actually love doing this method because it makes your eyes look a lot bigger, and I feel like your eyeshadow just pops. Once I'm all done with my eyes, I like to go in with my foundation. The foundation that I'm using is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation in the shade M40. This foundation is a 12-hour wear, and excuse my ugly face, my hair got into my foundation. This foundation is actually a little bit darker than my actual skin tone, which I honestly don't mind at all because I'd rather wear a darker foundation than a lighter foundation. Oh, dance. I was listening to some cumbias and I got a little too hyped, and I'm sorry you guys, but I just couldn't help myself. Oh, get it, yeah. Anyways, oh no. I was listening to El Paso del Gigante, so if you've heard the song, you know, it gets you. The beat gets you. So like I was saying, when you wear a darker foundation, you can actually kind of fix it up when you put on your concealer and your powder. It actually ends up, you know, lighter sometimes, unless it oxidizes, then oxidation makes, of course, the foundation become darker. But I would say this foundation doesn't really oxidize as much. It stays true to its color. And yeah. The sponge that I'm using is the Real Techniques sponge. I absolutely love it. When you're using a beauty blender or any type of sponge, just make sure you wet it. The sponge actually expands and it helps apply your makeup a whole lot better. And here we go again, still dancing. Anyways, now I'm applying my concealer. The concealer that I'm using is the Infallible Pro Glow by L'Oreal. The shade is 02 Creamy Natural. I actually like to use a concealer that's like one shade lighter than my foundation, just because I like that look a little bit more. I don't like my under eyes too bright. I like them close to the color of my foundation. That is just a preference. I used to use super white concealer and I used to love it then, but now I like to use more of my foundation color concealer. I feel like it just makes the makeup look a whole lot better. So next, I am just going to set that concealer with the Airspun Loose Face Powder, and I'm just using this powder to bake my under eyes and my T-zone. I love this powder. Just be aware, it does give flashback with flash photography, so yeah, heads up. Next, I am contouring my nose. I am using a bronzer by Hard Candy. The bronzer that I'm using is 130 Tropics. This bronzer actually has like a shimmery sheen to it. A lot of people don't like that, and a lot of people won't especially use that to contour their nose, but I like that more glowy, dewy look, and I honestly don't mind that shimmery kind of look. I like the way it looks, so yeah. And I am also applying that bronzer under my lips and on my upper lip, just to give that plumpier effect. So next I am contouring my cheeks. I am using the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. with the shade Sculpt. And after I carve out my cheeks, I am going to go in with my bronzer by Hard Candy, the same one that I use to contour my nose. I usually do this the other way around, but I forgot to put on my bronzer first, so yeah. Now I'm going in with my highlight. The highlight that I'm using is by the Tarte Cocoa palette in the shade Lit, and look at that, it looks so dang glowy and beautiful. I absolutely love this shade. If you were in Mars right now, you could definitely find me because I am glowing. Now I am applying the same orange that I applied on my crease, on my lower lash line. I'm just smudging that out and bringing it down, connecting it in the outer corner. Now I am applying my lipstick. The lipstick that I'm using is the Amore Matte Lip Cream by Milani. The shade that I'm using is called Pretty number 39. I love this color. I absolutely love the Amore Matte Lip Creams by Milani. I feel like they're so dang good for a drugstore lipstick, and they last a long time. Like, and it's matte, but it's not desert dry matte. Like, oh my gosh, this is burning my lips. Like, no, it's matte to where it stays on all day, but it's not dry. And that is my favorite matte. The matte that is matte, but not drying. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below to let me know what you would like to see or what type of technique you would like to learn. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as well as hit that notification bell so you can be alerted every time I upload a new video. And as always, thank you for watching. Love you guys.